been an outstanding year for Star Trek here in 2019. Maybe we can give our final thoughts on the year as well as our favorite memories of things to come out of it. If I just had to be put on the spot, the thought of, Burnham and Spock saying goodbye to each other in the finale, that really got me in the sweet spot there, Cam. Like,
Right.
I that was such an amazing moment. It was the emotional highlight for me for Star Trek Discovery Season 2.
Yeah, you think about how much backlash there was about the idea of Burnham being Spock's adopted sister and all that, but you look at what we got out of it, like the relationship that was formed there and that payoff. It really does show that if you kind of retcon something or what have you, you can get great stuff out if you have your heart in the right place when you do it. And I think they did there. For me, in Discovery 1 as well, if memory serves, maybe the most fan servicey episode of Discovery we've ever gotten, but so fun. And to see, Talos 4 again, to see the Talosians, to see Vina again, and have that great setup for the episode with the previously on and footage of the cage. So geeky and just a great episode.
Yeah, another highlight for me though, we got to see the What We Left Behind Star Trek documentary, all on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. You were featured in that. I was a little bit less prominent, but we got to see our mugs on screen, as well as some of our dearest friends from the Star Trek community. That was just such an amazing highlight, just summarizing why Star Trek Deep Space Nine has endured, why it deserves maybe a little bit more respect, and just the emotional impact that it had and all the people that were involved. Plus, we even got to see, what a potential Season 8 could be, 20 years later.
Yeah, that documentary was probably the best piece of Star Trek content to come out this year. Just a fantastic documentary. I don't know that it has the the awareness, culture-wise with people, but if you haven't seen it, track it down and watch it because it's incredible. For me, I think we have to mention the Picard trailer, not the teaser, the trailer where we had the Data and 7 of 9 appearances, which, talk about a trailer that just left everyone talking and just a buzz with excitement.
Yeah.
So awesome.
We jumped out of our seats. You're still reluctant to say that it is Data. It's literally a guy painting pictures, on
it's
a
Data.
vineyard.
I'm trying to be a little bit enigmatic about it, but it is.
Look, we're looking forward to Star Trek Picard so much, and this is what a trailer is supposed to do. I even got to turn to Jerry Ryan in Star Trek Las Vegas doing a photo op and tell her how excited I was that she's back in Star Trek. She didn't respond to me immediately, but then the photographer took the picture, and then she turned to me and said, "Surprised, huh?" And I was like, yes! That was such an amazing experience for me as well.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait for Picard. It's going to be so much fun. Another highlight for me was actually The Trouble with Edward, the short trek. The short treks have been really interesting and have taken a lot of different routes into the Star Trek universe so far, but The Trouble with Edward was one that really just kind of went crazy. It had a lot of fun, had some really great TOS kind of vibes, but also, you have that jingle, the post-credits jingle for Tribbles. Just craziness. I love that we're seeing Star Trek, really have fun with itself as well. Star Trek has often been a little bit rocky when it came to humor, a little bit stiff, if you will, but I feel like this short trek really did show us maybe a new route we might explore when it comes to, say, Lower Decks or something.
Well, speaking of kind of those new routes, though, I guess I'll go with a short trek as well. Ephraim and Dot, the animated short trek, that is what Star Trek does, is having fun. And you mentioned it there with The Trouble with Edward as well. Make Star Trek fun. People will love it. Although, I don't know, fans can be somewhat particular at times. But I had such a blast. I had such a blast just watching, a giant space Abraham Lincoln floating through the world and the universe in animated form. What a trip.
He was so excited after it ended, we had to put that Pike black helmet from Astronaut on him.